Ever feel like, I don't know, like something is just fundamentally broken? You wake up, right? And before your eyes are even fully open, you're reaching for that phone. Before you've even stretched, you've spent 40 minutes scrolling through endless feeds of people you barely know, or worse, people you do know, but secretly can't stand. Then it's the mad dash, chaotic traffic, flashing lights, sirens, and your pocket vibrating every 3 seconds like it's having a seizure. You get to work or class and you have to play the part, right? I'm productive. I'm focused. Meanwhile, your brain feels like a browser window with 50 tabs open, and 3 of them are playing audio, but you can't find which ones. So, let me ask you, honestly, when was the last time you felt actually at peace? And I'm not talking about that. I just finished a Netflix series dopamine hit. I mean real, quiet, the world is okay peace. Take this guy, John, 32, works in digital marketing, lives in a big city. On paper, the dude is killing it. Decent salary, nice apartment, solid relationship. But John wakes up at 6 a.m. every single day with his heart racing like he's about to give a speech naked. No alarm clock needed. It's like his body just knows the race has started. He told me, man, I wake up tired. Not I need coffee tired, but like tired of existing at this speed. Tired. And I'm betting you felt that too, that autopilot vibe. Chasing deadlines, hitting goals, meeting expectations, but having absolutely no clue where the hell you're actually going. Now you're probably thinking, yeah, well, it's just modern stress, right? Everyone's burned out. But here's the kicker. It's not just stress. What's happening to you and me and John and billions of others, it's deeper. And honestly, it's kind of terrifying once you get it. Stick with me for a second, because what I'm about to tell you is going to completely flip the way you look at your life. Here is the inconvenient truth. Your mind was not designed for the world you live in, period. That incredible brain of yours, it's basically the same hardware your ancestors had 200,000 years ago. Back then, the biggest notification was a rustle in the bushes that meant don't get eaten by a lion. And now, that same brain is trying to process 3,000 ads a day, 500 emails, 12 Zoom meetings, and the soul-crushing pressure of Instagram showing you that everyone else is having a better brunch than you. Think about it. Our ancestors lived in tiny groups, maybe 50 to 100 people. You knew everyone. You knew who to trust. Today, you've got 2,000 friends on Facebook. You follow 800 people on IG, and yet, somehow, you feel lonelier than ever. Why? Because your brain literally cannot compute that many social connections. It's hitting a system error. It's crashing trying to track hierarchies and relationships that aren't even real, and it gets worse. Our ancestors had this thing called predictability. The sun came up, they woke up. They hunted, they gathered, they sat around a fire, and when it got dark, they slept. Sure, there was danger, but it was tangible. A predator, a rival tribe, stuff you could see and touch. Now, and the danger is abstract. It's inflation you can't control. It's an algorithm that might get you fired. It's climate change you read about but don't see. Your brain is in permanent survival mode, but there's nothing to fight and nowhere to run. So all that adrenaline, it just sits there marinating in your system, eating you from the inside out. You know that feeling when you check your phone for no reason? You're waiting for the elevator. Phone. You're in the bathroom. Phone. You wake up for a glass of water at 3 a.m. Phone. It feels like an addiction, but it's actually your brain desperately seeking what it was programmed to find, novelty. Back on the savannah, noticing something new meant survival. A new sound could be food, or it could be death. So your brain evolved to be a new information junkie. And guess what? Big tech knows this. They've hacked your reward system. Every notification, every scroll, every like is a microdose of dopamine keeping you stuck in an infinite loop. But there's a bigger problem nobody talks about. It's not just the amount of stuff, it's the speed. For 99.9% of human history, things changed slowly. One generation lived pretty much like the one before. Your skills stayed relevant your whole life. Today, What you learn today might be obsolete in 5 years. Your job might not even exist in a decade. The world is moving faster than you can adapt. And your brain interprets that constant uncertainty as a death threat. Go back to John for a second. He started having panic attacks out of nowhere. He'd be in a normal meeting, just showing some slides. And suddenly, boom, heart pounding, cold sweat, feeling like he's literally dying. He went to the ER 3 times before they told him his heart was fine. It was just anxiety. The doctor said, "You're okay. It's just stress, like it's no big deal, like it's not his body screaming that the way he's living is fundamentally wrong." And the craziest part, we've normalized this. We think everyone should be tired, anxious, and overwhelmed. We've become a society of exhausted people pretending we're fine, chugging another Starbucks, checking one more email at 11 p.m. It's messed up, right? In evolutionary biology, they call this evolutionary mismatch. It means there's a total disconnect between the environment we evolved for and the one we're in. Obesity? Mismatch. Your body was built to store fat because food was scarce. Now there's a McDonald's on every corner, and your body is still like, eat it all. The famine is coming. Depression, mismatch. You were built for community, movement, and clear purpose. Now you sit in a chair for 8 hours, alone in an apartment, doing tasks that have zero obvious connection to your survival. And then there's your attention span. In the last 20 years, the average human attention span dropped from 12 seconds to 8. You know what has an 8-second attention span? A goldfish. Literally. And it's not your fault. Let me be clear. This is by design. There is a multi-billion-dollar industry dedicated to hijacking your focus. Brilliant engineers using neuroscience to keep you glued to the screen. The YouTube algorithm doesn't care what's good for you. It cares what keeps you clicking. It's a literal addiction loop. The result? We've lost the ability to just be alone with our thoughts. When was the last time you sat for 15 minutes? No phone, no TV, no music, and just existed? It's uncomfortable, isn't it? Your brain, used to constant hits of stimulation, panics in the silence. It starts digging up old regrets and future anxieties just to fill the void. So you're super connected, but you're deeply disconnected. Connected to everyone digitally, but disconnected from yourself, from nature, from the people sitting right next to you. John told me, I can be at dinner with friends and feel completely alone. Everyone's on their phone. We're together, but we're in different worlds. And don't even get me started on sleep. Our ancestors slept when it got dark. Period. Their bodies made melatonin naturally. Now, we have artificial light 24/7. Blue light from screens tells your brain it's daytime at 2 a.m. while you're scrolling TikTok. Your sleep sucks. And when your sleep sucks, everything breaks. Your mood, your health, your ability to handle, well, anything. One night of bad sleep makes your brain function like you're legally drunk. Now imagine living in a sleep deficit for years. You're playing life on hard mode with a brain running at 50% capacity, wondering why everything feels so heavy. Then there's the social comparison. Back in the day, you compared yourself to the 50 people in your tribe. Now you compare your behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel on Instagram. You're competing against billions of people in a race that has no finish line. Your brain can't handle it. It just makes you feel inadequate over and over again. So, what do? Move into a cave? Look, the answer isn't simple, but it's vital. First, you have to accept that you aren't going to adapt to this. Your brain isn't going to evolve to handle smartphones in the next few years. Evolution takes millennia. The idea that you just need to be more productive or manage your time better is a lie. It's like trying to bail out the ocean with a spoon. The problem isn't you, it's the environment. But you do have power. You can choose how you interact with that environment. John, for example. He did something radical. He deleted the social media apps from his phone. Not the accounts, just the apps. If he wanted to check them, he had to log in through a browser. That tiny bit of friction changed everything. The impulse to grab the phone was still there, but the reward wasn't instant. After 2 weeks, the fog lifted. He started noticing the sky. the people on the street, his own thoughts, and the panic attacks, they stopped. His brain finally had space to breathe. I'm not selling a magic pill here. It's about intentionally designing spaces in your life that respect your biology. Maybe it's not checking your phone for the first 10 minutes of the day. 10 minutes for you before you let the whole world in. Maybe it's spending time in nature, not for the aesthetic, but because 20 minutes in the woods literally drops your cortisol levels. Maybe it's moving your body. Your brain needs exercise to process emotions and grow new neurons. It's not about looking good. It's about feeling sane. And maybe it's about real community, actual humans you can look in the eye. Chronic loneliness is as bad for your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's not a metaphor, that's science. Look, you don't have to become a monk. It's not about rejecting technology. It's about using it instead of letting it use you. You're playing a game designed to make you lose. It's time to play by different rules. You have this incredible brain, capable of art, love, and genius. But it's vulnerable. You can keep letting the modern world grind you into an anxious zombie. Or you can wake up and start making different choices. Start small. Seriously, pick one thing. No phone an hour before bed. A 15-minute walk without headphones. One meal a day with 0 screens. Just one thing. These small choices create space. And in that space, you'll find the person you actually are. You aren't broken. Your brain isn't wrong. You're just trying to run 200,000-year-old software on 21st century hardware. Once you realize that, you can stop blaming yourself for not being strong enough. The modern world isn't going to get easier, but you can get more conscious, you can get more free. So, do me a favor. Don't wait until Monday. Pick one small change you're going to make today. And hey, if this hit home for you, share it with someone who's struggling too. Drop a comment and let me know. What's the one thing about modern life that drains you the most? And what's one small change you're making right now? Let's talk about it. Because once you understand the mismatch, you can finally start living. Would you like me to refine any specific section or perhaps adjust the voice to be even more casual?